One.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Great Modron March. We are a actual play 5e live stream playing through the 2e module, the Great Modron March, over here on Nerd Immersion's channel. Players, who are you? Let's start with LB. Who are you playing? What's going on?
Hi, I'm LB Hackemup. I'm playing Siren. She is a tiefling rogue. But yeah, I do stuff on the LB Hackemup channel. Check my Twitter. Woo!
So many exciting things. Rachel, who are you? Who are you playing?
Oh, you caught me off guard. Hi, I'm Rachel. You can find me on Twitch at Rachel Elizabeth or on Instagram and Twitter at Rachel Elizabeth with a Z in the middle instead of an S. And tonight I'm playing Nyx Ezra, the Bard, Barry, and Fire Genasi.
That's fantastic. And Lex, that's your name. Who are you playing?
I'm Lex, and I'm playing Shifter, the illusionist wizard.
Oh, how exciting. And then last but not least, we have Mr. Nerd Immersion himself. Ted, who are you playing on this fine stream?
Well, hi. As alluded to, I am Ted, and I will be playing Lagman, who is a blade singer wizard. So he is Jedi in all aspects of that.
In all aspects. My light is weird. Hang on. We got to change this.
It's okay, folks. We didn't take the time to go through technical difficulties ahead of time. We're testing them all now. I promise.
We did, though.
I know.
There were other
we
technical
did
difficulties.
have
we
a
tried
lot
real hard.
checking the test.
Ted, you're one to speak when I'm still labeled as a mastermind rogue when I haven't been for many a year.
Jordan made the overlay.
Is that the new... Oh.
Jordan
we'll have to change that
the
up.
overlay, and he's got a special font on his computer that I don't have access to, so it would screw it all up to try to edit it myself.
I'm very sorry. Ted, I've slandered your name.
Is this just like impact font? This does not look like a special font.
It's not a special font, yeah.
According to GIMP on my computer, it says no. Or Krita or several other photo editing softwares. They say it's not a font that I have.
Previously on a very special Great Modron March. The Great Modron March, it's an event that occurs every 289 years to the second, and it has started about 150 years too early. The Planner Trade Consortium is on edge as the destruction and ironically chaos caused by these lawful creatures will throw the supply chain into disarray. Our heroes went to Automata, which is a planner gate town in the Outlands that leads into Mechanus, to see the Modrons spilling out as their march begins. They saw thousands of Modrons at the gate to Mechanus as they pushed their way into the plane of law itself. They sought out Primus the One and the Prime. They were assaulted by, and I have this, this is my notes, big-ass Modrons, who brought Siren to 0 hit points and then magicked her body somewhere, or she dissolved or something. Thanos snapped her away. Then Shifter, you had a magical shield up that was preventing them from attacking you, and you got magicked away, correct?
Yes, I mean I dropped the shield, and Lagwin and Nyx escaped.
Oh, they dimension doored 500 feet.
Dimension doored. I sacrificed myself so that they could escape.
Fantastic.
I'm really the hero of this story.
So Nyx and Lagwin, you guys ran away, and there were Modrons and alarms and all kinds of crazy things happening. We're gonna be like, that was like, you know. And now the conclusion, and we'll have that in the thing. It'll be really cool. I like Star Trek, and now the conclusion. So I'll put that in the podcast. Listen to the podcast.
How do you find the podcast, Jordan?
You go to patreon.com/Jordan with a PH. There is the podcast there that I'm uploading as we speak. Although the last episode was very delayed, so I apologize. Yeah. So we start now with a black screen, and there is a logo coming up on the screen, and you hear, "In the planar justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equal and important groups, the police who investigate crime, and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories. Bum bum.
Boom.
I couldn't find the bum bum thing fast enough. That was
Dun,
Ah.
dun, 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 dun.
Siren, you wake up. You are in Sigil. There are some healers that are kind of working over your body, getting you back up to full hit points and stuff. And you look over next to you, and Shifter pops into existence as well. They're kind of looking. The healers are kind of like checking over you, Shifter, but they realize that you're probably okay because you're standing and what have you. You're not unconscious. You two are carried away as you are in the Hall of Concordance, which specifically is home to the law keepers in Sigil. It is the Embassy of Law. And you are informed that there will be a trial because you are only ever sent here if if you've broke the law in some way, and the big ass Modrons deem that you need to be questioned and stand trial and things like that. Nyx and so that happens kind of on the side. This is how I'm like fixing the problem. I think it's gonna be really exciting. Nyx and Lagwin, we'll get to you in just a second.
Yeah.
You guys are led into a circular room with pillars and an open window where you would kind of like look at the stars, but you don't see the stars. You just see more Sigil above you, as it is a torus of a thing. And specifically, Siren, you're put into a prosecution box where you're just kind of told to stay there, and they're going to run over you. And then they walk around and then we have there are 5 menacing looking people that are standing up, and they filter in, and they're up on a raised desk looking very, very tall, and they look out to you and they say, "Will the accused stand?" And they mean, yeah, they're looking at you.
Oh,
Siren.
she slowly stands.
You are charged with breaking Modron law in Mechanus and trying to assault Primus the One. How do you plead?
I would like my lawyer to speak for me, please.
Who is representing you?
Motions to the door.
Am I in the
And
room?
in through the door comes Shifter, the lawyer. Do, 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 do.
Like,
Do
yes,
you represent this young tiefling?
I will be acting as legal representation for Miss Siren in these proceedings.
Very well. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, and he motions to all of our wonderful watchers live on stream, all 23 of you as of now, 26. So you guys are going to be the jury. They introduce, as they're getting ready, they're like, and the prosecution will be, and you see an Aarakocra walk in. They have green feathers, and he sits down. He's like, "Oh, yes, Your Honor. Now, I'm not so much as a fancy, non-Sigil-looking Mechanist lawyer, but I believe that we can do justice here, and justice will be served." He He comes over to the other side, and everybody sits. Somebody starts to talk out of turn, and the 5 people are like, "Silence! Silence! 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 Silence!" Prosecution, you may call your first witness. And our Aarakocra gentleman stands up. "Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my name is Thornworth Leghorn, and we will prosecute in the fullest extent of plainer law the young siren sitting there, who her whole life has been full of deceit and evil ways and stealing. And my phone's going click, click. I'm sorry, Your Honor. And he puts his phone away. I would like to bring to the stand Eustace Bingleblop.
Looks to Shifter. I don't know who that is. It's not
Shif-
one of my exes.
Shifter's gonna lean and be like, "Well, at least they keep referring to you as young, so
I know that is quite nice.
That's nice."
I mean, I am young, relatively. What do you mean by that?
Shifter snickers and turns away.
And I'm now realizing, well, I'm bad at names. Is Eustace a female or male name? I don't even know.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I was gonna say that's the only.
Eustace
This is a
is
male. That's what I would
name.
go with.
Mhm.
All right, I need a better name.
Do you need a
Eunice is a female.
Eunice.
Oh,
Thank
there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Wait,
Generally.
appears poof right there, in the witness box, and this is the lady that was processing your paperwork in Automata. At this, I told them that it would probably take about 2 weeks and that they needed to wait until the Great Modron March was over. And did they wait, or did they immediately break into Mechanus? Well, they didn't follow the rules. They did just run straight through. I believe on a giant fly, there was someone who was Jediing them away and what have you.
I think
It's like,
that's a
oh.
verb.
Thank you. No further questions. And the people turn to you, Mr. Shifter, and say, "Your witness."
I have a question.
Silence! Continue.
I have a question for the group out of character.
Silence.
Did we because I did not rewatch this section of the episode. Did we tell her that we were on a job from Sigil, like an important
I feel like we
mission?
did. We did name drop. What's his face?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did.
Sure.
Pretty sure we
Esteban?
mentioned that we were.
Esteban?
Yeah, I think we name dropped Esteban and the order that I can't
Minor
never remember the name of.
Consortium?
Thank you. Yes, that's the one.
There's too many names. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No,
There's
I'll
two
remember him
names so
eventually.
far.
My brain just doesn't work good sometimes.
So Uriel was her name. That's what we decided on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miss Uriel.
Yes.
When we arrived, what was it that we told you our reasoning was for going into Mechanus?
I don't remember specifically. I think you were on a mission to figure out why the Modron March had occurred so early.
Yes. And did we allude to who may have sent us on such a mission?
Yes, I believe you were sent by an Esteban, and you were supposed to meet somebody in Automata to get some supplies and whatnot.
So we were sent by a representative of one of the most important legal organizations in Sigil. Is that correct?
Well, the Fraternity of Order, I believe, yes, but I don't know. They hold quite a bit of. That's an interpretation, I suppose. Yes.
So one might extrapolate that such a mission would be of the utmost importance.
Objection, Your Honor. He's leading the witness. As Siren disappears. Well, the accused is left. She's no.
I'm sorry. I'm just sometimes when I sit really still, I just disappear for a moment. It's just a trait I have. Don't worry.
Gotcha.
Shifter says, "No, I understand. Fair enough." Well, let me think. Is there anything else that I would want to ask this lady?
You could always bring her back later too if you want.
Oh, that's true. We could do that. So, I would like to pause questioning for now, but I would like to call to plead with the judges for just a brief recess so that I may confer with my client. Given that we have not had the chance to do that yet, or even work out our plea as such.
Silence. Yes, very well. We will take a 10-minute recess, and they take a 10-minute recess. You guys are good.
So, Siren, it seems that we're in a court-like situation now.
Yes, I've never been in one before. This is quite exciting.
Oh,
Anytime I've ever been arrested, my mother's just pulled strings and I get out.
I don't really know what a lot of the legal processes are in Sigil. It could we could be talking about a death penalty. I'm not entirely sure. So,
Well, should we kill them?
Well, I don't think you're in any position to do that. I could attempt it, but on my own, it might not work out so well.
All right.
Now, just to get you up to speed, I heroically sacrificed myself to allow Nyx and Lagwin. I know, I'm just getting sentimental in my old age. To let Nyx and Lagwin escape into Mechanus. I was assuming that perhaps we would be imprisoned and there could be a whole jailbreak type scenario, but apparently not. Though perhaps they can still rescue us. I'm not sure.
All right.
So yeah, that's where they're at.
Right.
Though perhaps we can summon them as witnesses, which is something I will definitely consider doing.
Ooh. All right. Character witnesses. They know me. They know that I'm a stand-up individual.
Oh, well. I'm thinking of Esteban.
Oh, right. Yes, well,
famous
that would
request.
work as well. I don't. What is that? What is our defense here? I mean, what? No one actually told me what I've been charged for. Really?
I mean, I assume that it's Jordan, is there any paperwork that's been given to me at all?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, what do you want? Like,
I mean, charges of something.
oh, breaking Modron law and assaulting, in an attempt to assault Primus, the one in the Prime.
Oh, okay. Well, so it says here breaking Modron law, which I assume refers to the fib that you constructed.
Oh, right.
Which I understand why they might be irate about something like that.
Mm.
And I don't really think we can argue against that.
Right.
But I think I can put together a police brutality case out of this.
Right. Right.
And I think the charges of attempting to assault Primus are completely unfounded, and I
Right.
think there's
No,
no evidence of that whatsoever.
No, and I would not. But you know what we could say? A hypothetical. A hypothetical is not a lie. What we were trying to prove, right? That nobody had seen him, and perhaps I was not lying. I was just merely inferring that I could be Primus, and they wouldn't know because nobody's seen him.
Perhaps. Oh, I have an idea.
Right.
I'm gonna see. Are there any legal aids running around, or anybody I can talk to?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna grab one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teenage boy.
Yeah. Yes.
Do we have access to any divination here for this trial?
I believe so. What are you looking for?
Oh, just to look into past events, what people have seen, things that have happened. I don't. I need to figure out if there's any kind of record of the interaction between myself and the guards at the Citadel of Primus.
Oh, I think that will be.
Perhaps
is
the
Jordan.
Modrons recorded themselves in their big eye. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, they might have. I don't think it. I think divination magic is the one that doesn't work in Mechanus.
No, it's illusion magic.
It was illusion magic.
Divination didn't work for me.
Yeah, because you were chaotic.
Correct.
Oh, divination spells cast by a chaotic being have no effect. Okay.
Correct.
That's what I was thinking of. Yes. We don't have like surveillance cameras. That's kind of why they're bringing in witnesses. because it's like the Modron's word against yours. And so specifically you're looking for like surveillance camera footage. Is that what you want?
Yeah, well, I just want a recording of the conversations that happened between the guards and us. And I assume because it's outside like a major building, there might be a recording of that. Or if the Modrons took one themselves, can I call the Modron guards to the stand? Like they probably
Yeah.
can't lie, can they?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll probably do that in lieu of any kind of divination. But yeah, I wanted to know if we had access to anything like to look into the past.
I see where you're going. I like this idea, but like everything that I've read about Modrons and stuff, they really would have no use for this, I think.
That's fine.
Because it's such a instantaneous, like, you broke the law or you didn't, like, yes or no. Like, I don't need to prove it later. And the fact that these Modrons that sent you here, they're not necessarily part of the justice system. They're just like they already deemed you guilty and got you out of Mechanist. This is kind of like an aftermath thing.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's so yeah, Siren, let's I think we'd like to see if we can oh gosh, do a it's sort of like a no evidence thing on the intent to Tahar and Primus, and hopefully that'll work out pretty well for us, because I'm assuming the fib, which is the thing that would probably be the hardest to disprove, is the lesser charge. So goodness, this is I wonder if there's a way you can plead down. But
you know what? Can you do the whole circle of truth thing?
Oh, you know, I wasn't sure if that was already like cast upon the courtroom or the witness box in some way. But we could certainly ask for it. I can't, but I'm sure someone here can.
Right.
So that
You want me to go check to see if you can get a circle of truth?
that would be lovely.
Being that I'm still standing here?
Yes,
Timothy,
no,
you're so sweet. Thank you so much.
Prepubescent boy, please.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. Anything else, sir? You've got about 3 minutes before the court comes back together.
Yeah, just get me some paper and pen so I can take notes. That would be lovely.
Okay. And he'll run away. He inquires about that truth circle, and then also comes back, and he's got like you asked for paper and pen. He's got like a quill, like a feather, but like not a lot of. There's no ink. And like the paper he found was just kind of like random scattered paper. Like he didn't get a booklet or anything. He's like, that's the best I could do, sir. And yeah, the jury box has a circle of truth kind of embedded in it. Not the jury box, the witness stand. So you're very much compelled to do the witness. Yeah. Yes, lady. The accused.
Timothy, darling. Can we call anyone?
No.
Can we call anyone to the witness stand?
I believe so. You know, more higher power beings probably won't accept the sentence.
Right.
Yeah, but if you're served the right papers at the right time, I mean, you kind of have to show up.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it was just a thought.
Okay.
Because we could call my god as a witness. He knows me. I'm great for him. But also Primus. That would be interesting.
Well, we're in Sigil, right?
You are.
Okay. So, because can't gods...
Not in Mechanist anymore.
Yeah. Can't gods not get into Sigil? Isn't that like a whole thing?
Gods cannot get into Sigil, correct.
Oh.
Okay. So.
Thank you, Timothy.
Yeah, it's Eric. It's fine.
Oh, all right.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Reconvene. Silence. Do not silence me. Silence. Silence. We reconvene. This court is now in session. Shifter, you may call your next witness.
What I would like to establish here today, this session, is that my client is falsely accused of a heinous charge. And to do this, I will call several witnesses to establish motive, and then, furthermore, to establish bias within the system that has accused her. And I will show you, great judges, that the majority of these charges are completely superfluous and unfounded. Now, for my first witness, I would like to call Lagwin, if I may, my traveling companion.
Bring forth the Lagwin! And you see puff of smoke, and Lagwin, you're now standing in a witness box. Yeah.
This is partially just to get the other players into the fish.
Well, I have to imagine that the conversation in Mechanist is just like, all right, listen. So we've made it out. We'll have to figure out how we're going to escape. We could probably go back to the portal. I don't, just gone. Whatever you do, just wait until I tell you. Gone. You know.
So here's the plan.
Yeah. Right. I've got it all.
How are you
figured
going
out.
to tell me the plan if you're not even here? What the hell am I going to do now?
Do you swear to tell the truth on this book of Sigil law, elf?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Defense, proceed. Hughes,
Lagwin.
it's please refrain from waving at the witness. Thank you.
All right.
So you would say you're know her quite well in that time. You've worked closely together.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now, you were sent out with her and myself and one other on this mission to Mechanus, correct? All right. And what was the purpose of this mission? All right. And when you were sent out on that mission, what was the general group's plan? What were they looking to accomplish in Mechanus? Oh, the source. And then Shifter's going to dramatically turn around and be like, and whom is the source of the Modron's orders? Oh, Primus. Now, turns back to Lagwin. Now, if you wanted to figure out what the point of sending the Modrons out, do you think that would involve violence? No. Turns back. So my question to you, jury, is why would this adventuring party sent on a fact-finding mission have an interest in harming the very person that they needed to gain information from? It doesn't seem to make any sense to me. That's very good. Prosecution, your witness.
Oh, well, I see. Yes, there's lots of times where we're talking about being violent, but violence isn't really, on the table here. Of course, no violent crime was done specifically, or I should say, no violence was done specifically to Primus, but intentions are always very high. Mr. Lagwood, if I may, when you were running around in pandemonium with the accused, there was a period where you were teleporting away, and I believe she stole a demonic book. Is that correct, Mr. Lagwood? Yeah, and upon reading that book, a demon did take over her body for a period of time. Is that correct?
Objection. This is irrelevant to the crime at hand. This is a completely different time period in a different plane.
And slightly racist.
They'll say, he says, in my defense, we need to establish some character. to see if she would be motivated to hurt other people. If violence is on the table, as Shifter has said, they'll say, "We'll allow it. Answer the question, please." But no longer. Is that? Oh, yes. Yes, correct. Well, chaos seems to run through the blood of this accused, and I believe the demons found an easy way of taking her over. Who's to say that they wouldn't have done it again to attack Primus? No further questions, Your Honor. Sit down.
May I cross-examine?
Sure, I guess. I was like, we should probably summon Nyx at some point.
I do want to summon Nyx. I'm sorry. Actually, maybe I'll just ask these questions to Nyx. They're kind of relevant to Lagwin because he was there, right?
No, you can cross-examine. That's fine.
Sure.
Silence.
Lagwin. What race is Siren? A tiefling. A tiefling. Now, what is the lineage of a tiefling typically? Now, I'm going to turn to the judges and say, I don't want to put intentions into the prosecution, but I think it is worth noting that we have just had an accusation of becoming easily possessed and violent towards someone with an infernal bloodline. This is really textbook discrimination, and I would ask the judges to disregard this entire line of questioning. As we know, tieflings have faced a lot of persecution in the past, and I wouldn't hate to see that repeated here.
Objection, Your Honor. This city folk here, he's a planner or a prime from the prime material plane. He doesn't understand that over here in planar adventures, over here in Sigil, that tieflings are not looked at with such prejudice. So, although the accused might have grown up that way, it is not something that is being brought to the table here. My line of questioning was just about the fact that she has been in the past possessed by a demon.
All right. Well.
And yeah, the judges will be like, well, you asked them to disregard that.
Well, I wanted them to plant that seed in their minds that
Gotcha.
that line of questioning is discriminatory.
Oh no, OBS. Okay.
Oh, geez.
It's fine. It'll be what it is.
So yeah, no, I'd say I'm ready to call my next witness. Or do we switch off? Does the prosecution?
Yeah, we'll switch off. So the prosecution, he's like, I would like to bring to the stand Sid Best the gnome. And so Lagwin, you can go over and watch from the side.
Yeah, I
this
will.
Gnome appears.
Walk away.
Oh, I was kind of hoping Lagwin would just go back to Mechanus.
That would be hilarious, but I think it's funny to keep you guys together.
Fair enough.
And this was the gnome that you talked to, Shifter, when you guys were asking about like when you got to Mechanus, you met a gnome and you were asking like, well, do you follow Primus? Like, do the gnomes or does everybody follow the Modrons? Is Mechanus mostly Modrons? Does this ring a bell?
Yes.
Okay. And so Sidbist shows up and they're like, state your name, Sidbest, an occupation. He's like, gnome. So And do you know any of the people here? He's like, not very well, but I met that lady. There was that Jedi-looking fellow, and then the man with the no face. He's got the mask on and stuff. Yeah, he talked to me about some Modrons. And what exactly was he asking about? Well, he thought maybe that Mechanus was run by Primus. He wanted to know a lot of stuff about Primus. They wanted to know how to go see him, what was going on with the Modron March. I mean, very Modron-centric. So one would say that perhaps they were casing out the joint, trying to find out the best way to assault and take over.
Objection.
Leading the witness.
Leading the witness. That's what I was about to say. But yeah.
No further questions, Your Honor. The jury will refrain from the last part. Thank you. Your witness defense. Speaking from the record.
Yeah, who's the person who types? Is it
Stenographer.
The stenographer.
The stenographer will strike that from the record. What does our stenographer look like?
The stenographer is actually a enchanted tree, like very small, like a sapling, like a treant, but like long fingers of tree bark, and so they can like really, really fast.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. All right, very cool.
And her name is Holly Wood.
Okay.
I both love and hate you.
I get that a lot.
I'm gonna go up to the witness and say, now when myself and my companions were questioning you about Primus and the Modrons, did we discuss any? Did we ask about any weaknesses Primus might have to attack? Or
weaknesses? No, but I think you were talking about windows or maybe other entrances.
Sure. So we were talking about the physical location of Primus's where.
Yeah.
Oh, certainly. Yes. But we didn't discuss any. We didn't discuss anything about breaking in there.
No, not that I remember.
Was there any talk of combat or violence at any point in our conversation?
No, I don't think you guys. You didn't seem especially violent. You were as you flew in through the portal, you were actually trying to catch somebody that almost fell. Because there was some magic that didn't work or something through the portal. I'm not really sure, but no, you weren't assaulting any of the Modrons.
So to be clear, you saw one of our party performing an altruistic act to save another one.
Yeah, because one of your own though. Yeah.
Sure. All right. Very good. And I think that's it for me, Your Honors.
All right. Defense, you may call your next witness.
I would like to call Nyx to the stand.
Nyx appears in a puff of
Probably
smoke.
like full sprint.
Yeah, and you like fall over like what?
What the hell?
State your full name for the record.
Nyx Azra.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you, law.
So help you, Lady of Pain.
So help you, Lady of Pain. Thank you.
It doesn't look like I have much of a choice, so yes.
Go ahead, defense.
Oh, metagame note. I will point out that in a zone of truth, when you answer a question, you have to answer truthfully, but you can always avoid answering the question. So, keep that in mind. Nyx, what is your relationship to the defendant?
We've known each other for about 8 months. I would say we're friends.
Very good. And you were part of the group that traveled to Mechanus.
Correct.
Yes. And what was the point of this visit?
We were tasked with finding out why the Great Modron March had started early.
Excellent. Now, Your Honors, I'm sure that if I went through many of the same questions that we went through with Lagwin over here, we'd probably get very similar responses. Though, if the prosecution would like to go through them later, they are certainly allowed. But I would like to skip to a different line of inquiry. When the party reached Primus's palace, what happened?
There were two large Modrons, and we asked to see Primus, and they declined.
They did not let us in.
They said no one sees Primus.
Yes. Now, what in response to that, did anyone in our party attack the did Siren even get a chance to strike back?
No, she did not.
Oh, I see. And do you
Her face is
recall
great.
do you recall what myself and Lagwin and you were all up to at that? Like, how did we respond when that combat initiated?
I would call our strategy defensive.
Oh yes. There was I believe a casting of a wall of force.
That is correct.
Yes. And now Lagwin over here, as would you say he is a very heavily offensive character?
Absolutely.
Sure. And yet, when Lagwin had a chance to act, did he swing his, very, very gaudy weapon at anyone?
Correct me if I'm remembering this incorrectly, but no.
That's interesting. That's interesting. So we didn't take any offensive action, even in response to being attacked ourselves.
That is correct.
Oh, well, very good. That I think that's about all I needed to know from this witness. Prosecution, you may have them.
Hello there, young Nix. Now, Nix, I have a question for you. You've been you've hopped around the plains quite a bit, correct?
Correct.
And when you are in those planes of existence, are you required to follow the laws of those planes of existence?
Well, usually, yes, but I'm usually given a grace period on a new plane for understanding said laws.
I see. So, although when you're on the plane of, say, Acheron, where you can fight and murder other people, you wouldn't necessarily go to, the Beastlands and start murdering creatures there, as it is against the law.
Again, I can only follow laws that I am familiar with. Do I make an effort to try to learn the laws? Yes, but there are a lot of planes that have a lot of laws. So I usually act by my personal code more than I...
Yeah, that's fine. Just a question. Do you follow the laws while on other planes?
Generally, I try to, if I know of them.
So when your friend Siren tried to impersonate herself as Primus, and the Modrons took offense knowing that this was not only against the law, but also just rude. Would it have not been in their right to get the offended away from Primus? The accused, sorry.
Will you restate the question, please?
Yeah, I don't want to, so you should just get pull it, Jordan.
I forgot what I said as I was saying it.
I forgot I said as I was saying it.
I don't understand exactly how you want me to answer this.
No, it's true. So when when Siren was impersonating Primus, was it within the right of the Modrons to get her away from the actual Primus?
No.
For the record, I would like to state that it is clear within Modron law for all Modrons to protect the Prime and the One from any outside force that may be trying to lie or cause chaos within the area that is Primus.
I don't believe that the law states that impersonation is necessarily violent.
Cut off her mic, sir. Okay, and no further questions. And the judges say, oh, yes, well, we have one, I think we have time for one more witness, as this is getting on a little too long. Silence! Oh, you silence yourself. And they go back and forth. For our last witness, I would like to call Makar from Makar's Scrumptious Bazaar. Lagwin, what does Makar look like?
I don't think we ever established what Hank Makar looks like. We know that Mr. Megorium looks like Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
Did we give it? We never saw him.
You've never seen him, no. Yeah, so I'm giving you the opportunity.
Oh, you're giving me the opportunity to decide. Okay. Oh boy. Jeez. That's a lot of pressure that I was not expecting at this moment.
I was thinking of another
it's fine. It could be another
celebrity of some kind.
Okay, another celebrity of some kind. Okay, he was Robert De Niro is what
Robert
exactly what I
so a Robert De Niro character appears wearing some wonderful probably like a nice like tracksuit looking thing, I think.
Right, yeah.
Purple, like real good. And he looks angry. He's like looking around the room and he's just kind of confused why he's there. And Foreignworth Leghorn walks up. Now for the jury here, will you state your full name? And it says, I don't have a De Niro impression. I wish I did. Hank Makar. Yeah. I've been working at the Planet Trade Consortium quite a bit. Yeah, and do you recognize anyone in this room? He looks around. He's like, no, but I deal with a lot of people, so I mean, it could be anybody. Well, do you recognize the name Lagwin? And he just kind of gets all, huh? Well, yeah, him and a couple of his cronies, they broke into my vault and stole a bunch of stuff. Oh, so they're stealing. They assaulted not only your scrumptious bazaar, but they took so many items as well. Gold, probably. Yeah, gold. Yeah.
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
No, I was actually gonna say objection. The prosecution is conflating theft with assault. Those are two very different crimes, Your Honors.
Agreed. Get it together, prosecution. Oh, yes, of course. Well, Mr. Makar, have they ever done any kind of assault against you? It's like, well, physically, no, I've never really met these people. But your items and your home and your scrumptious bazaar, is that not part of you?
Oh my god.
And if they assault your house, is that not assaulting you? I mean, I would agree with that, yeah. No further
objection,
Your Honor.
No.
Defense, your witness.
Shifter just does the like. Is being physically assaulted the same as being robbed?
I guess not. I mean, it's probably different.
It's yes.
Yeah.
If I was to take I look at this guy, whatever he's wearing, like if he's wearing like a ring or something.
Okay, yeah.
Like, if I was to take the ring off your finger right
Yeah.
now, without causing you any physical harm, would you consider that an assault?
Yeah, because you'd take it over my dead body.
Mhm.
Well, I suppose that could lead to assault. But let's say you were asleep through, it was just that time of the night.
Wait, is this guy threatening me? What is happening here?
Say you were asleep, and some item that belongs to you was taken. That does not cause any physical harm to your person.
No, I suppose not. If I was sleeping and had my trusty sunblade next to me and someone just came over and took it, I would not be physically assaulted, but I would be very upset at the ethics of the person who would do such a thing, who would steal a light sword from a person.
Such a potent and powerful weapon, yes.
Yeah.
Now, so you would say that the defendant, her companions, are certainly perhaps unscrupulous characters, but you've not witnessed them performing any physically violent acts.
I suppose not. I haven't even really seen him that much. I don't even know why I'm here.
Yeah, you don't even seem to have a significant relationship with the accused, do you?
No, her not so much. I think like maybe they took my book or something. I'm still trying to get a hold of like what actually happened in my scrumptious bazaar.
So you're not entirely
Located on 17th Street of blah blah blah. Come check it out.
Wasn't that in Pandemonium?
Yeah.
So you're not even entirely clear on how these items came to be missing.
I was told that Lagwood had something to do with it. He's running around causing a lot of problems.
Oh, so you were told that someone who isn't the defendant but just happens to be an associate of the defendant robbed you, but you don't have firsthand knowledge of that. So
that is correct.
I see. So would you say that it's possible that some other person could have robbed them? And then
everything's possible. Yeah,
yes, and the defendant's associate may have been framed for such an act.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, all right. I think that's fair.
Why am I here? This doesn't make any sense. If she's the one, I'm here. He disappears. Back to where he came from.
So, Your Honors, I am just about ready to make a closing argument.
All right.
But I think we would be remiss if we did not put on the stand the accused themselves.
Yeah. Call your witness, sir.
Yeah. Siren, would you please be teleported up here? You're in a cage. So.
State your full name, ma'am.
My name is Siren.
And do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you law?
And
Lady.
some.
Go ahead. Your witness defense.
Oh, Siren, would you agree with the statements made by your associates Lagwin and Nyx as to the order of the events, how they unfolded, and the motivations of the adventuring group?
Yes, I would.
Oh, thank you. Very good. Now let's make something clear. Did you, in fact, say that you were Primus?
I hypothesized. Those words did exit my mouth.
I see. So, now, as soon as you said that, was there any warning of an attack, any any stated breaking of the laws, which you, being a foreigner in Mechanus, we're not entirely aware of, having been there less than a day at that point.
Only a few hours. I was not warned at all.
No,
Nothing was said to me. I was
It wa-
just attacked
just immediately attacked.
and killed, might I add.
Hmm. Uh, so
Hey, objection. She looks fine.
she looks fine.
She doesn't look dead at all.
She looks young.
Stayed.
um, so you weren't even entirely aware why you were being attacked.
No, I had no idea.
And to state, for the record, for the judges and everyone else in the room, was your intent to harm Primus?
Of course not.
Now, I am actually out of character. I'm not sure exactly what. Is there any other? Does anyone else have any ideas for questions that might be good?
We could talk about the hypothetical versus the actual.
We could talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So we have established that the defendant had no violent intent towards Primus, though they did say something that broke the law of Mechanus. But a lie is not necessarily always a lie, especially when it cannot be questioned, which is luckily what we're here to do today. Now, in this hypothetical statement, what did you mean by you are Primus, if not an attempt to hoodwink these guards?
Of course. Now, I have a great respect for the Modrons. Everyone here can, all of my companions know this. My god lives on Mechanus, and they have many Modrons, so I hold them in a very high regard. When I was speaking with them, we had gone about questions of whether we could speak to Primus, or if anyone speaks to Primus, or if anyone knows what was going on. Of course, we were doing our job, trying to find out why the Modron March had started. When I asked, have you seen Primus? Has anyone seen Primus recently? The answer to the question was, nobody sees Primus. I said, well, how do you know if Primus is inside if nobody sees him? And they did not have an answer to this. And I stated, well, I'm Primus. Because they don't know what Primus is or could look like. That's what I was going for, I didn't want to I obviously do not appear to be a god of any kind.
So it was an I am Primus in a metaphysical sense, a philosophical sense.
Right. Like one would say, I am Spartacus. In a very similar sense.
Yes. Interesting. And before you had a chance to even explain this, as you had said, they immediately attacked. Now, also, just to rewind a smidgen, because this is very important for the jury to remember. We did not know the consequences of any such actions towards the guards, and I will try to briefly just be illustrative of what I mean there. When we first encountered the guards, Siren spoke to them and asked to be admitted into the palace so that we could continue our fact-finding mission as has been established by previous testimony. And the guard said that there was no entry. At which point, Siren, what did you ask them?
I'm sorry. Ask which part?
In your first interaction, they said no entry, and then you posed a question to them, as I recall. But I'd like to hear what that question was. Do you recall what that question was?
Not the original one. I'm more distracted by the fact that the attack and all of that.
No, I understand. Given that I was there, I can say, and we can confirm this with some other witnesses, certainly, or maybe a testimony of the Modron guard themselves. But I recall Siren asking when she was told no entry. She asked, or, with a question mark. And the Modron then took a step forward. They did not say anything. They did not state the consequences of any actions or any law. They simply used body language to communicate something.
It felt very chaotic.
It seems.
I want to object, but I don't know exactly what to say. So.
Don't get
Like,
Siren and Shifter
now-
on a team. We will
Yeah.
play it.
It would appear, well, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Prosecution, you may cross-examine.
Thank you. Now, I'm just a young, Aarakocra from the plane of air. I don't know much of this city stuff and talking about all this, but I do know a little bit about Lion. Now, Miss Siren, you said that you have great respect for the Modrons.
I do.
And so much respect that while you were talking to them, you were trying to bypass their words to get in to see Primus. Is that correct?
I don't believe that's true. I was trying to do my mission.
Your mission, which is to find out why the Great Modron March has started early.
Correct.
If the Modrons don't want you to see Primus, is your mission more important than their protection of Primus?
Well, that is not mine to say. It is not my duty to determine their job. But I will state, the fact that the Modron March has started so early has made many planes and has put many people out of, they've gone into an array of madness and chaos, that shipping lanes and trade has completely shattered for the time being. Do you think that it's important that that is fixed?
I'm not on trial here, so I don't have to answer any of your questions, ma'am. Now, if you have such a love of Modrons, are you aware that Modrons can get caught in logic loops occasionally?
Though I do have great respect for them, I do not claim to understand how they work.
Well, they do. And if you seem to tell them some type of things like, let's say, for example, this statement is not true, they can oftentimes get confused or locked up, being that they are very single-minded creatures. If you walking in there, I would argue, knowingly, saying, I am Primus, to simply confuse them into allowing you to get through, seems rather malicious.
Well, if I did have knowledge of that, I'm sure it would.
No further questions, Your Honor. I'll sit down. And the judges will go, yes, final statements. Let's wrap this up. It's been over an hour and a half.
We
Thank you.
need to do more stuff with the session. We need to have a comment at some point later on. We need to get to the
No,
next
this is
dungeon
the show now.
This
Um,
is the show.
Dun, dun.
Should I go first or should the prosecution go first?
Go ahead. Well, no, I guess I can go first, though. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, ladies and gentlemen of the Nerd Immersion jury here on Nerd Immersion YouTube. A defendant is clearly guilty. She was manipulating Modrons to get her own way. And while in Mechanus, you are required to follow the laws of Mechanus. If she did not want to do that, she should not have been there. I would argue that the Modrons were simply protecting their own house. They were protecting Primus. They were following the orders established to them. It is not their fault that Siren didn't understand their ways and tried to rush at them and climb up the walls and break in through a window. Thank you. He'll walk away. Sorry. Defense, closing statement.
What I think it's important for the judges to keep in mind here is we are talking about two very separate charges. One of which I think the testimony today has already thoroughly disproven, which is the idea that the defendant was attempting to harm Primus. Bodily harm. There has been nothing to suggest that at all in the testimony. To the contrary, there has been significant testimony to indicate that all she wanted to do was speak to the being. So I would suggest that charge have no bearing here, given what we have heard today. Now, the other charge seems to me a complete misunderstanding. The idea that this foreigner, not entirely versed in the laws of a plane that she had only been in for a few hours, would tell a simple lie, just a small smidgen of a mistruth, which would immediately be interpreted with violence, without any forewarning. Just to reiterate one of the last things that I went over with the defendant. When Siren asked the Modron guards, when the Modron guards said, "No entry, leave now," and Siren asked them, or all they did was take a single step forward. Just a step forward. Now tell me, does body language constitute notification of use of force in Mechanus? I don't pretend to be completely well versed in the laws of Mechanus, but something as interpretive, as ephemeral, as, dare I say, chaotic, as one being's assumptions towards another through body language, and that is the only warning the defendant would get before being later attacked. And I will also point out, the defendant did not rush the building. There is no testimony to that point. There was no attempted force entry. And the only testimony we got, maybe perhaps alluding to such from the gnome, was hearsay at best. That could easily have been interpreted as the companions simply wanting to get to the destination properly and find the correct entrance into the palace. So I would say to the jury, have mercy on the defendant. Did she perhaps tell a small lie in a plane of law? Maybe. But is that worthy of a harsh punishment? Wouldn't a simple apology suffice? A correction of the record? Simply a chance to explain herself to them? I would say it's the only orderly thing to do. Thank you. I rest my case.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Oh, no, back to the. Sorry, wrong voice. The jury will now decide the fate of Siren. Ted, do you want to do a poll
Yes,
for
I do.
guilty or not guilty?
Guys, please. We did such a good job.
Vote.
Well done. Lex, that was amazing.
Yeah, good job, Lex. That was
You
great.
didn't watch the clip that I sent you, Elby?
Oh no!
Because it had that exchange, which is why I was
Oh.
asking you specifically about the exchange.
LB.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So thank you, audience. I'm excited to see what you say. I don't know how these work. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Guilty.
The jury's decision regarding Siren, guilty or not guilty. Vote now on your touch-tone phone. No.
Yeah, call in.
Call in.
Well, 67% not guilty currently.
Come on, guys.
Oh, it's 50-50. Okay. Now it's 67.
I mean, we shouldn't vote, should we? Because I'd like.
I
to.
can't vote.
You can.
I did.
You can vote. You can vote if you want. I think Lagwood's the only one who can't because it's his.
I'm incapable of voting.
Great.
Just-
And with that, can we leave this up for a short break and then
We can.
come back? And
Yeah,
have a
it
thing?
won't,
Okay,
it won't
let's do
close
that.
out till I click end poll.
Okay,
So.
cool. Let's do that and give some people some time to vote if they're tuning in or trying to get back to their computer. And we'll take a quick break, and I'm gonna get some water.
All right, folks, we will be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. Our poll is all of the votes. It ran for about 10 minutes. I think we're going to close it now, but we have a not guilty at 62%. So our jury comes back. And the judges say, with a not guilty of 62%, we find Siren to be released on all charges. And they gavel, click, click, and poof, you are out of your box of what was it? You were like in a not a cage, but you were like trapped or something. And so
Yeah.
they'll let you, you're like teleported out of that. You guys are now in the Hall of Concordance, and you do congratulations. So yeah,
We did it.
Hugs. Shifter. No consequences for me again.
One of these days.
Look, I have been stabbed before. It's not like it never happens. It's just the law things.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm glad you're alive.
Yeah. Well, it's been. We were fine.
Yes.
Sorry,
Well, I took all
had
the
to-
hits, right?
Well, that yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. In theory,
Yes.
yes, you did take all of the hits.
Nyx checks for the zone of truth. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to drag you away from Mechanus. Probably before you were able to discover anything. Unfortunately.
No.
We were
it's-
literally just hiding and running.
That's also very true. Yes.
There are a lot of Modrons.
Well, I think the answer is we're not going to get it from Mechanus or Primus. So, new plan. Oh,
Yes?
the new plan is we just go tell Esteban what we found out, and see
If that's enough.
if that was enough. I'm not going to
We-
say that I told you so, but if it happens to be enough, just proves how far we're willing to go to get the ultimate answer. But if it was just it's Primus's fault, then next mission, I guess.
and you the judges are kind of like cleaning things up and getting out of there. And over in the corner, outside of this area, you see a Modron. He looks a little odd than normal. Instead of the kind of like yellow goldish metallic body, this one has a blue-ish like metallic body. But it's a square box face, tiny wings. And he's like looking at you, kind of looking around. He's probably like 60 feet away or so. Seems to be walking in your direction.
Little guy. Look at that little guy.
Well, you do have a great reverence for Modrons, as we just proved in court. So, by all means.
Do you know why I have a great reverence for Modrons?
No.
My god is the god of revenge, okay? If you fuck with any of his things, can you imagine?
Sure. So, what does that have to do with Modrons?
He lives on Mechanus and has Modrons.
All right.
It's better to treat every Modron as loaded. That way you never know. You can't get in trouble.
Sure. I
Lock your
suppose.
Modrons up in a safe.
I was
Everyone.
gonna say, yeah. It's just
Totally,
odd
it's
that that we did the whole and you know what? We're still in a courthouse.
I didn't want to do that. It is on record that I didn't want to do that. Hello, little one.
And he and I couldn't get my Modron voice to work, so
Oh.
we don't have it this episode. Apologies. But he walks forward and he says, Esteban sent me. We need to talk about the march. Please follow.
All right. Shall we?
Yeah, by all means.
And we follow.
And as he turns around, he has a frog, like a blue frog, like stuck to his back. Like it's just kind of like hanging on like a tree frog would or something. And when he talks to you, every once in a while, he does like a, like kind of does like a little tongue thing. He leads you back through Sigil. You guys are home. You kind of know the area. And he takes you over to the ward where Esteban is and the Planner Trade Consortium, which is near the Fraternity of Order, and all of those stuff. And so he takes you there. You go up. There's a cut over to Estevan sitting at his desk. He's like writing a bunch of stuff. He's kind of looking at random papers. And there's a knock at the door, and this blue shaded Modron comes walking in with the four of you. And Estevan is like, "Oh, you're alive. I lost track of you when you went into Mechanus. I'm not really sure what's going on there. Did you meet up with our contact in Automata? What's the status? What's going on?"
I don't believe us ending up in court was part of your plan, correct?
You were in court? What?
Oh, yes. We just got done.
Yes, I got murdered and then put on trial.
That was
For
the gist of it.
being- I it
Yes,
seems like a
what-
suicide
what-
mission because he's very
Obviously.
well guarded. So,
Obviously.
not expecting that out of you. Okay. Have you
Well-
learned anything about the march from then? Did you actually get to talk to Primus?
No.
Oh.
That's how we ended up in court.
Correct. Okay,
Hmm.
that makes sense.
We did meet your contact.
Yes.
Okay,
Heron Life Giver, Heron Life Giver, something.
Is that who gave us the Mimir?
Correct.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's like, yes, he gave us this thing.
Oh, yes, the Mimir.
It's been.
I was thinking it
Reasonably
might help
okay.
you guys.
Oh, yes.
Is it-
Well,
Has it been helpful? No.
It has provided us with some information, so it hasn't been not helpful.
That's what I like to hear. Excellent.
And also, just as I don't know if this is news or if you know, but obviously we were sent to investigate why it started early, and for all of the conversations we had, court included, for some reason Primus has dictated that the march start now as opposed to when it normally has. We don't. That's all we were able to ascertain in all of our travels, no matter who we spoke to. Primus made the call. So
Yes, I'm learning more about Modrons thanks to my new friend here, and he gestures over to the blue shaded Modron. I should introduce you. This is Lem, and his name is YLEM. I'm assuming it's Lem. So
that's fine.
this NPC, he's like, this is Lem. Lem was actually a Modron that was on the previous Modron March. So I've hired him as some consultation for you to answer any questions you might have. He's become very invaluable, as Modrons don't question the orders they're given, so he says, but they follow them. So whoever, if Primus is the one at the top of the chain, which he is for all the Modrons, and he decided to start the Modron March early, the Modrons will go without question.
Well, the problem with the line of questioning is we kind of started at the bottom and worked our way towards as far as we could go. And the last person we talked to said that they got their orders from Primus, but we couldn't find anybody really in between the Modrons that were marching and Primus themselves. So I don't know. I don't think we know for sure if it was Primus. We're just assuming that it was Primus, but we have no
Right.
proof.
And the Modrons wouldn't know, is what you're insinuating.
Yes,
If
the-
there was
the
an
Modrons-
interception.
Right. The Modrons that are marching just kept pointing up the ladder. And then we inferred from that since they get their orders from Primus, that we should just go talk to Primus. And then that's how we ended up in, with Siren being arrested after being murdered. So I don't know for sure if we actually got if they got their orders from Primus, or if there is somebody in between the Modrons and Primus who deferred the orders down. Like they could have an underling that goes, "Hello Modrons, time to march," and this is from Primus, but it's not actually Primus who did it this time.
A Primus impersonator. That's an interesting theory.
Also,
I don't know.
No one speaks with Primus, as we learned. So it's
Right,
not like we
yes.
could go in and ask Primus itself if this was their doing. We're very clearly dictated that no one speaks to Primus. Also, the Modrons that were there when we asked hadn't seen or received orders from Primus seemingly any time recently. We're not even aware if Primus was where they presumed Primus to be.
And he turns to Lem. He's like, Lem, does Primus ever leave his citadel in Mechanus? And Lem says, Primus is always there. He is the one in the Prime. That is his place. He's like, have you ever met Primus? He's like, no one sees Primus.
He gets it.
Little Modron friend, is there anything else that would trigger a Modron march that you know of?
Modron marches only occur when it is deemed by Primus during the end of the Great Cycle. It is odd that it is coming so soon.
Yes, we agree.
What benefit would Primus have for starting the Modron March early?
I imagine if Primus was looking for something lost in the plains, it could provide information.
Is there any lore that we would know of something lost to Primus? Is that like a common knowledge thing?
No, I mean,
my history's garbage.
Yeah, no.
So.
There's very little knowledge on Primus in general.
Okay.
Because he is so secretive, and the Modrons are their own weird thing. And like I was saying in previous episodes, a lot of people treat the Modrons just as a force of nature. They're like the wind or a river.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you don't try to reason with a river. You just it happens. So.
Mm-hmm.
Did we already know the route that the march takes?
And Esteban says, well, that is well, yeah, Lem here has been very helpful. And actually, we're running into a problem. So looking at this, and he lays down a map of kind of the outlands and various plains connected to it. And he says, their current situation, they are marching. Oh, I just clicked the wrong thing and it got rid of everything. Here we go.
No.
They're marching towards a town. One of the or a former gate town to Mount Celestia. Now, this town is no longer the gate town that leads to Mount Celestia because of the way the planes move. They become more lawful or less good, and they kind of shift back and forth. But it's called Heart's Faith. And here at Heart's Faith, the Modrons are scheduled to demolish it. The problem is many, many years ago, they created a treaty with the people of Heart's Faith on the direct path the Modrons should take. But since then, the locals have built new roads and have changed some of the architecture. And unfortunately, from what we hear, the Modrons are going to go using the old architecture, as that is the way that they have... or they're going to use the old paths, which will then go straight through houses, hurting people, demolishing half the city. I was hoping you guys might go take a look and see if you can persuade the Modrons to go a separate way and or protect the people, as we use Heart's Faith as one of our Planner Trade Consortium places to hold items and distribute them as necessary. Could be a lot of lost revenue and of life.
Right. Okay. I do have to be very clear here. At what cost do you want us to stop this? Do you want us to wall off the town? Do you want us to destroy the Modrons? Do you want us to teleport them to a different plane? What exactly are we meant to do?
I believe that's why I've hired you, is for you to come up with a plan and decide.
Right,
I think what my friend is trying to ask is, what is the budget for damages?
Thank you.
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, we will have to rebuild the town, but ideally, if you can't figure out how to save the town, you should save the people, and we'll worry about the destruction later.
Okay.
That sounds good to me.
Property is replaceable, people are not. So that is the line.
Mm.
Okay, just needed to make sure. We're all on the same page. We all are lawful. Okay,
Well.
good-ish. We
I'm
all
glad-
are
I'm-
good-ish.
I'm glad Nick
I'm writing
speaks
it down.
siren, so I can get
Yeah.
translations every once in a while. Like, oh.
I'm not lawful. All right. So
We're not in the zone of truth anymore.
we will go to this town, figure
Yes.
out what's going on there, try and stop the Modrons from destroying it. Now, little one, after
Yes?
the Modrons have destroyed the town, what is their next order?
Well, they're not ordered to destroy the town. They're ordered to go on the march. The town happens to be in the way of the march.
Oh, I see. And where will they end this march after they march through this city?
Oh, through the town. So yeah, he explains that this is a former gate town. So originally the gate would take them to Mount Celestia. So their next plan is to go to Mount Celestia. But based on old treaties that the Modrons made with the people here, they're going to go through this town and into the Silver Sea, which is kind of the... And Esteban would know this too, but it's kind of like the water sea that takes you into Mount Celestia. But it's really kind of like an astral sea. Like, it's not a typical ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do
All
you
right.
have a means to transport us to Hearthspade?
Yes, I've arranged for a port key for the four of you. You should be positioned just slightly out of the city, is my hope. We'll see. And he takes out a watch, and it's like a pocket watch of gold about this big, and he kind of slides it over. He's like, that's your port key. Take it over to the clerk's ward, and they'll direct you to the appropriate portal.
Well,
Yoink.
uh,
And do you still have your potions, Lagwin?
I
don't think you've used them.
No, I haven't used them. I got some. I think I got some from Iron Life Giver too. So, yeah, I have a potion. Yes, I have some potions. Yeah.
He'll probably give you one more.
All right. What do I got? What do I got to roll? Or do you roll?
And I don't have it up, so because you guys are low on healing, let's say it's a potion of greater healing.
Okay.
And you'll take that one, and I'll roll later when you guys meet up with him again. So
Okay. Awesome. I will add that to my inventory. All right then.
any other questions for me or Lem? You probably have time to take a long rest if you want.
Yes, please.
And head out in the morning.
That would be
As the Modrons move at a very slow pace, but we do need them taken care of.
Yes. Well, I think a long rest would be ideal. Yes.
Yes.
All right then.
Gods. Thank you for your help.
Thank you for your help. Now, if you'll leave me alone, I have a little bit of a conundrum involving some information that has disappeared from our libraries. So I better get on that.
Oh.
Like books?
No, not necessarily books. It's really peculiar, but all references to certain events and these creatures are just gone. Like they're dissipated from the book itself. And a lot of us are not really sure what they're referencing.
Oh.
Because the information is
The
now
knowledge is gone. Yes, interesting. Strange.
Well, all right.
Well, I pray to the God of secrets that you get them back.
gone. Oh, yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I leave.
Yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye.
You guys can have a long rest if you want.
Yes.
You'll go back to your place. It's only been like a day, so it's not like you're
Nix goes home and waters her plants.
there you go, exactly. Yeah. You guys have been gone for like a long time, so
All Right.
And then the next day, you guys can wake up and run over to the clerk ward, and specifically, there is an archway that has plant vines that kind of dangle down and look like the arms of a clock, and that is where you're supposed to go take your watch and walk through. But is there anything you would like to do in Sigil before you leave?
Is her shop being rebuilt?
Oh,
It
that's
is.
true.
Yeah,
Bad,
so
bad.
the creatures that are rebuilding that are called they have the Dabus. So the Dabus are kind of
Good.
The last thing that I want to do in Sigil before I leave is find some ice.
I don't understand.
You're not meant to. I'm gonna find some ice and just like there's just this weird scene of Shifter being like dragging a bag of ice back to their room and being like, I'm keeping this cold. And putting it in like a refrigerator equivalent, maybe like a root cellar type place where it won't melt.
Okay.
When I would say, yeah, just to throw it out there, I would say at night, that evening, I have a potion of watchful rest and a potion of climbing. So, got to mix those together and drink both of those.
Okay.
I
Watchful-
learned last time that if I do it right before I go on a mission, it gets people suspicious. So I got to do it when no one's around.
Okay, let me find my notes here for potion drinking.
So my potion of climbing and my potion of watchful rest. Do the mix. Chug it. Be like a nightcap, as it were.
What's gonna
Not
happen?
prepared for this. I love it.
I'm also gonna talk to Siren to be like, Siren,
Yes.
when we are out on our next mission, if you come across any large rubies, I am in need of one.
All right. What for?
Oh, just a spell component, you
Keeping secrets, are we?
know.
Right. Before we
Um,
go to bed,
go
could
ahead.
you do just for a little bit? Can you do the thing where you turn into Squidly?
A lot of ice, just but fine, all right.
She will sit and cuddle her boyfriend who's not actually there.
Ooh.
It's just cuddling. Calm down.
Sure.
Roll a d6, Mister.
Oh God,
wait,
I thought you
wait.
were talking to me. I was like, what do we do?
Oh.
I rolled a 6 on my d6.
Okay, now roll
Jeez.
a d20.
Okay. I'm all I don't know. I keep picking up dice. I'm not sure what I'm gonna have to roll next. This is exciting. That is an 11.
11. And then roll d100.
Okay, here we go. 95.
Wow.
Don't know if that's good or bad, but I'm excited to find out.
So you get the abilities of both of them.
Okay.
Which you did a watchful rest.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't even know, but it's probably pointless for a elf because I don't actually sleep. I think it. Let me look it up. I think it's basically when you take a long rest, you don't have to like sleep. Let's see. Watchful rest. Okay. When you drink this potion, you gain the following benefits for the next 8 hours. Magic can't put you to sleep, and you remain awake during a long rest and still gain the benefits. So that
okay.
And a potion. Yeah, it's useless for an elf, but it's not useless when it comes to mixing potions. So,
Right. And the other one was a potion of climbing?
Yeah.
Okay. You have both of those effects for the next 11 hours. And the combination has caused you are no longer able to control your emotions for the next 11 hours.
Interesting. All right. We'll see how that plays out.
That is, and so I imagine when you wake up, you probably have like, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours of emotional stuff.
Yeah.
So
but
you wake up.
I also can climb walls. So
And you can climb walls.
we're
Yeah.
gonna- yeah. All right. I'll be like, well, honestly, this is quite disappointing. It could have gone better, but here we are. And then, yeah, I guess I'll eventually make my way over to where we're supposed to go.
Really angrily makes coffee.
Yeah, it's just like,
As we're heading out, I'm like, Lagwin, could you be sure you prepare Passwell today?
I guess.
It like just starts crying.
Right, calm down, Lagwin. Did you not have your coffee this morning?
No, everything is fine. Yes, I have Passwell prepared.
What? Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. We'll get there eventually.
Get where?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Like, when do you need another cup of tea?
No. I'm good. I'm good for at least 3 hours.
All right.
Do you have caffeine time?
Yes. No, it's fine. Everything's fine. Look, I can climb walls. And I will like Don't worry about it. It's a thing I've been working on.
Oh, gods. You are full of surprises, Lagwin.
Is this normal?
It's
I don't know.
I mean,
wanna
it's
be
a
honest.
second level spell. It's hardly impressive.
But it's not a spell. I don't
Okay.
even know that
Continue,
spell.
Oh well, neither do I, because it's not a very useful spell.
What?
That's why. But see, I'm doing it innately. This is actually pretty exciting, but also disappointing. Really, I'm just an emotional wreck at the moment. But it's fine. This is
so lively in your life.
Listen. Yes, I feel as though I couldn't regulate my emotions if I wanted to. It's been a morning. Let's go either save some people or kill some Modrons. I don't know.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Just to be clear, we're just going to clear everybody out and destroy the town ourselves, right?
I mean,
No, that wasn't plan one? Okay.
I mean, that's
No,
fine.
no, I
I'm
mean,
not opposed
listen.
to it.
we
I
could.
definitely like the idea of just, hey, sorry, you guys built where you're not supposed to. Everybody exit your homes, grab your valuables and all of your keepsakes. It's time to move.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure your insurance will pay for a new home outside of the area of destruction.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we really wanted to, we could just take everything in the town and it's destroyed by the Modron.
Siren, I just had a fantastic idea for a new scam.
Oh.
Modron insurance.
Oh. Because people don't know when it's going to happen now. It could be any time.
Could be any time. If it starts veering off path, could be any place.
Right.
And then we
Ooh.
just skip town without actually paying it out if it does happen. So,
Right.
Yeah. Just
I
a
love
thing to
this.
put in the old vault.
Mm-hmm. Right. Shall we?
Yeah, that's good.
Are you all heading out?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. You take the clock, the pocket watch, and you turn it. And then all four of you walk through. The watch seems to leave your hand as you're like looking at it. You're like, oh, and it's kind of like disappearing. And then as you look up, you guys are in a beautiful kind of hillside area. And up above, you hear a very large like lion roar, like up in the sky, this like roar. And you look up and there is a woman with a mask not unsimilar to yours, Shifter, where it has kind of like the visor is hiding the face. Long white hair, riding a winged lion, a winged white lion, as it dips down, and we'll roll some initiative.
Shit.
I forgot what we were doing here already.
It's not fighting an angry lady on a lion flying.
That is a 16 for
Oh,
life.
should I long rest my character? I guess I don't have to. I didn't really.
Did you cast any spells?
Did
Wall
I?
of Force.
Oh,
I got
cast
an
Wall of
8.
Force. Oh, that's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
is
Got
it
an
easier for us to
18.
roll it in D&D Beyond for you, Jordan?
I didn't have it open yet,
Oh,
so
cool.
what
Alright,
was
never
your
mind.
initiative, Lagwin?
16.
16? And 18 for Nyx?
Yes.
And Shifter?
Oh, it's a 7.
Cool.
Oh.
I got a rock.
Could be anything in there. Could be a rock. Nyx, you're first. There is a woman riding a a winged lion, and seems to be running directly towards you. Probably. How fast can they move? Probably like 60 feet away, up in the sky, at an angle. If we use Pythagorean's theorem, we can know that.
D&D is
Nyx,
math,
you're
guys.
first.
Don't let anyone fool you.
I
Okay.
posted a meme the other day that was like, "Thank you for changing my life," and it's a guy talking to D&D, and the D&D is just like, "I'm literally just math and improv." I was like,
Okay, we're gonna do something I usually don't do, and that's cast a spell. She's gonna try to cast suggestion.
okay.
On this person. Let's see how this goes. It's usually not my thing.
First of all, what are you suggesting?
She's going to suggest that we do not mean any harm because we have no idea what's going on. So I feel like that's true. So yeah, she's gonna suggest that the character, the person, stop the onslaught of what appears to be an attack. So stop and
Okay.
listen to us, I would say would be the suggestion.
Okay.
May I have to do a wisdom saving
you-
throw.
It is a saving throw. This creature automatically passes it as they are immune to charm.
No.
And creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect of suggestion.
Well, that's unfortunate.
But it was a good plan.
I tried to spell, guys. I won't do it again. Bonus action. I will bonus action bonus. I will
I heard that.
bardic inspiration. No, that's not the one I wanted. The other one. Mantle of inspiration to grant 5 temporary hit points to my friends.
So is that a spell? Because
No.
That's part of your okay.
Yep. It's just
It's a
part
bard
of,
thing.
part of being a bard. It's a bard thing.
Huzzah! It is now the rider's turn. Our rider is going to do an attack on Nyx. She holds out her hand. This like black energy kind of balls up and shoots out in a straight line towards you. Let's see if a 13 hits your AC, which
No, it does not.
that is not a thing that will happen. That is so sad for me. Frustrated, she's gonna attack again, the same person. And that is a 25.
That does hit, yes.
Okay. You take 22 points of necrotic damage. And you can't regain hit points until the start of this person's next turn. And I'm not publishing this public, am I?
I haven't seen
To
anything.
self. Let me go to everyone. Here we go. So now you should be able to see. And then they're going to swoop down to about 30 feet away from you guys, and it will be Lagwin's turn.
So it's 30 feet up.
Yeah.
Okay. And how far? And
Or
it's
30 feet away.
Okay, 30
Yeah,
feet away.
it's in
okay.
the air.
Okay. Cool. God damn it! Every time we go anywhere, someone's always attacking us. We don't even know you. And
Completely unprovoked. We didn't even lie this time. We didn't have a chance.
He doesn't even go here.
No. So I'm pissed because I can't regulate my emotions.
I love it.
And that's really the antithesis of a Jedi in most aspects. So let's see,
Does your sunblade turn red?
and what I'm gonna do is I will activate my Sunblade as a bonus action. Sure, let's make the blade red. Why not? We'll bleed this Kyber crystal. I don't know if they can come back once they're bled, but that's fine. Lagman's going through a lot lately. And then yeah, he will just like reach over at like the ground and rocks, sticks, whatever. This is just a flavor thing, but we're gonna cast a 5th level magic missile at this lady. But you know, it's gonna look just like picking up stuff and just hurling it at her. So that's 7 missiles. 5th level? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So
That's crazy. So you roll 1d4, and it's
Yeah.
all the missiles do that, right?
3. Yeah. So it's 3. So that is 21 points of force damage as she gets peppered by a bunch of magic missiles.
Oh, holy cow. Okay, hang on.
You know what? I'm gonna hit the lion instead.
Oh, okay.
I'm pissed. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see anything. So you hit the lion. Okay. So, because of her mounting ability, she can redirect it to her, so she will. How much damage was it again? Sorry.
21 force damage.
21 force damage, and she takes that. Anything else,
No,
Lagwin?
I'm good.
Siren, what would you like to do?
What does my surroundings look like?
You're on a grassy plain. My water fell. Sorry. It's kind of like rolling hills. Looking down, there are hills that are taking you to what you assume is probably the city you guys or the town you're gonna go protect. But it's like light plant life. There's not a lot going on. If you're looking for someplace to hide.
Yeah. Okay, good. Then I'm gonna spend my time. I'm gonna use my grappling hook. I'm gonna detach it from the normal rope and attach my twine instead. I have a spool of twine that has 10,000 or 1,000 feet of wine. And I'm going to load it into my crossbow, and I'm going to try to ground this piece. So I'm going to shoot it with a grappling hook. If it takes me my whole turn to create this thing, that makes sense to me as well.
I think it would take a bonus action and to like get it all situated and then to make the attack, if that's okay.
Yeah.
But you want to grapple it with this rope to eventually like pull it is the idea?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah,
I'll probably tie it to like Lagwin, but we'll see.
Thanks.
All right. I will.
You can tie it to
attack.
Nyx. She's big, strong.
Oh, that's true.
And is this a rope or you said twine?
It's twine. It's like not fishing twine, but like I assume
is it
like
cuttable like with a sword? Because she has a sword.
I don't know. Ted, is it cuttable?
I mean, it's twine. Twine's pretty cuttable.
Okay, yeah, that it's probably cuttable. Okay, but it's yeah. Okay.
I got a 16 though.
Nope. And a 16 will not hit.
All right.
Anything else?
That'll do.
Cool. She's gonna take a legendary action, and do a bolt of ash against Lagwin.
That's fair.
21 to hit Tracy.
I will reaction cast shield.
Okay. Shifter.
I'm gonna. Okay, so after last session when we used the ebony fly, that reminded me that I want that back. So it's maybe yesterday I'm gonna grab that back to put back in my inventory.
Did you give it to somebody?
I think Siren might have had it.
Oh, someone in the party. But yeah, you can get it back. Okay.
But action to get Vincent out here, get that big old gross boy. Jump on his
Beautiful winged lion, and you're like, ah! It's got this like.
Yeah, Lagwin is not visibly just disgusted by Vincent.
He can't control his emotions. And then bonus action, I'm going to cast Shadow Blade at level. What does it get to be more? I don't want to cast it at 5th level. I'll cast it at 3rd level.
Okay.
And
Does that do more damage or make it last longer? I forget.
it makes it do more damage.
Okay.
But then I'm just gonna be like, hey, in case grounding them doesn't work, in case grounding this beautiful creature doesn't work, then I'll be available for rides. Ta-ta for now. And Vincent's gonna jump. I'm gonna like grab onto his weird hair bristles and pull, and he's just gonna leap into the air.
I love it. We're gonna take another bolt of ash attack. This time against Siren, and that's a natural 1. So up next is Nyx.
Just winding back the twine.
Yeah. This creature is still about 30 feet away. It looks like it's coming straight for you, the party. Like it's gonna probably land in this on its turn, but you don't know. So what do you want to do, Nyx?
I want to rage.
Yeah.
Sorry. Good. That hurt. Ow. Okay. We were just trying to come in peace. And we're gonna put her in pieces. So yeah, we're gonna rage. And then close that distance and try to hit her with my woodcutter's axe.
She's up in the air.
Oh, 30 feet
unless
in
you
the
can
air.
actually get in the air, you can't do a woodcutter.
Oh, you know what? Do we want to say? Can I hold movement?
You hold a dash.
It would use your action to hold the movement.
Oh, that's true, and I already used my
Let's
action
see
to
if
make
I
the
got
fly.
something throwable. Do I have
You
something
have axes
throwable?
or something. Didn't you have
I
axes?
got hand axes. Yeah, I've got hand axes. You can throw those, can't you?
Mhm.
Yeah, they're
I
thrown.
think
They say
20
thrown.
feet?
Hell yeah.
Or 30 feet?
2060, I think.
2060, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you can throw them at disadvantage because she's 30 feet away. So
Can I close the distance? Can I throw them while running?
Yeah,
No.
you can close the distance. Yeah, we can
yeah,
get you. 20
I'm
feet,
not
sure.
wearing armor, so I've got a movement speed of 40 feet. So yeah, we're gonna close the distance and throw a hand axe.
Do it.
All right. Don't fail me, D&D Beyond. Oh God. First hit is a
That
1.
is a failure.
Yeah, no, yeah. Thanks, D&D Beyond. It has hated me the last like 2 games that I've played on this thing. I'm gonna go to real dice here. If this one fails, my second attack.
Woof.
Whoa!
This is
We're going to
brutal.
we're going to real dice. So okay, well, I'm raging, and I just threw my hand axes, so that was a nice try. But
So you did 2 attacks and you
Yep.
bonus action raged. Okay, cool.
yeah, I'm done. Yep, done. 2 failures.
Fantastic.
We're okay.
She's going to rush down. Where are the rest of you in relation to Nyx?
We didn't move, right? We just came through the portal.
She ran about 10 feet away from you. So yeah, are you guys kind of just all slumped together still?
No,
You're on a
I'm in the
fly,
air,
but
yeah.
you're in the
Yeah,
air.
And
Okay.
Siren, did you move away or were you staying close?
I'm going to. So
So
I'm
wherever I
line
was
up
when
the
I
twine,
came
yeah.
through. Same spot.
Okay, cool. So she's gonna rush at Nyx on her lion. Nyx, you're gonna get attacked. That's a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, we're gonna do some slashing damage. 11 slashing damage, plus 11 radiant damage.
Ooh.
So I think because you're raging, the slashing damage will be halved, but I don't know if the radiant damage is halved. That's on you.
I actually
No.
Go
don't
ahead.
know. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
What is your path?
Actually,
is-
the path of zealot.
Yeah.
So I expend extra radiant damage when I hit things, but
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know
think
if I'm
you're
resistant
resistant.
to it. I'm not.
Hmm.
It only says I'm only resistant to fire, I think.
And then, yeah, that's being a Genasi. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think it's normal.
I think it's just normal.
Cool.
Okay.
Gonna turn to you, Mr. Shifter, and I didn't mean to roll that damage. I meant to do an attack. But Shifter does a 12 hit your AC.
No.
All right, and then second, we're gonna go after Lagwin for a 14.
That'll miss.
All right. Now, as she lands, she is going to it's kind of like she came in, she attacked with the sword, and she's going to kind of like, well, we'll say she landed. I think she
Okay.
wants to land. So she's going to land down. But she has a aura around her of 30 feet. So she is going to make Nyx, Siren, and Lagwin, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
This against charm by any.
It is not. This is an aura of silence.
Oh, thank God. This is a dirty 20.
Okay, you're good.
Starting at a +1, so we're we're really relying on the dice
14.
on this one.
14 is a failure, so you are silenced.
16.
Nyx, 16, you are also silenced. The DC was 18. On a successful save, the creature is immune to the aura for the next 24 hours. On a failed save, the creature can't speak and is deafened until the start of its next
Ooh.
turn.
What does that one do? I don't remember.
And now it is Lagwin's turn.
All right, I'm not happy. So we're gonna try something. I've only tried it once before, and it didn't work. The line was very angry. So I'm going to reach out. I'm gonna point at her, and I'm gonna go like this. And I would like her to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
I'm casting a spell, if that matters.
Sure. Thank you. I rolled a 12.
Oh my God, she fails. So
Okay.
my force choke goes off at full effect.
Nice.
I'm gonna roll my damage here. Roll it in D&D Beyond. This is easier. That's 30. What kind of damage is that? I'll tell you in a sec. That is 30 force damage.
It's
Ooh.
force choke. It's gotta be force damage.
Makes sense, just checking. And on a failure, she is restrained until the end of my next turn. And I will use my bonus action to move her with the force choke 5 feet so she's off of the lion.
Okay.
Wow.
And I'm just going to hold her there.
Yeah. So restrained, can she still attack?
She can. I think it's at disadvantage with restrain. I believe.
Let's look it up. Oh, yeah.
Speed becomes 0.
Yep.
Attack
Attack
rolls
rolls
against the
have
creature.
advantage,
Mhm.
and they have disadvantage on their attack rolls. Okay, cool.
So I'm just like, yeah, the red blade, everything's working. The hood up, everything just...
I love it.
So, no emotion. This might make a whole internal shift for Lagwin going forward if this works out better in the long run.
Awesome. Siren, you can't hear anything, and you can't speak, but you see this happening. What would you like to do?
Siren is going to run back into the grass. She's going to pull out her sniper rifle, lay down, line up a shot, and try to get this bee with advantage.
You have advantage. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that sneak attack. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ. Oh, I rolled 2 12s. That's lovely. 19 to hit.
19 hits?
Okay. So many dice.
Yeah,
Okay.
gotta love high level sneak attack.
23 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to do an action surge.
Ooh, okay.
That's just a freebie. You don't have to bonus action act. Just do it.
Oh
Right,
yeah,
right, right.
yeah,
Sorry, you're right.
yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at the other thing. Okay, I'm gonna take another shot. Jesus Christ. It's plus this is a 16 hit.
16 does not.
Ugh.
Lagwin, do you have to maintain if that was the end of your turn, Siren?
Actually, I'm gonna hide since I am in grass. We'll see.
Okay, cool.
18.
Okay. I think you're hit. You're well, you're using it for like sneak attack purposes. You're not hit, so.
Yeah, I'm in grass.
But-
I'm laying down in grass.
She's gonna use a legendary action called Reduce to Ash, and I need Lagwin you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I don't love the sound of that. Deuce to ash. Okay. That is a 17.
Oh, a 17 is a failure.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
So you're gonna take 22 points of necrotic damage, and your hit point maximum is reduced to the amount equal to the necrotic damage taken.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Thank you for the temporary hit points. Next. That's important in this situation.
Shifter.
This enemy is still restrained, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Okay, I'm buzzing around above the silent zone, so I can still cast spells with verbal components. I'm gonna upcast lightning bolt, and shoot it at them.
Okay. And
that-
do I automatically fail dex saves?
No, but you have disadvantage on them. So it's a DC 17 with disadvantage. I think I'm only gonna cast it at 4th level because I don't want to use up all those high level spell slots.
Yeah, I'm really resisting the urge this time. It's real hard.
What I get? Anything good?
I got a 5.
Oh, fail. 42 points of lightning damage.
Oh my gosh.
Unlimited power.
Yeah, from the air, I'm like, yes, yes, my apprentice.
Do it. Do it.
No, but does it seem like she has any resistances to this damage type? Just out of
No.
curiosity. Okay.
Nope. Yeah, I'll let you know if there's stuff.
I continue buzzing around up in the air. From a distance, it just looks like a fly buzzing around above a field.
Awesome. Nyx. It's on the ground right in front of you.
And
Big
restrained,
goodness.
so advantage on the
And
temporal.
You have advantage on
Strange.
attacks, yep.
Yes, big math. Going through hit with woodcutter's axe now. So that's the plan. Wait, sorry, couldn't remember what my plus was. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit.
Okay, so my first attack, she takes 15 plus 18 plus so 21. She takes 21
All right.
damage. And then second attack. Oh. I like real dice. Crit plus
Yeah.
9.
Oh, I
The-
need
the-
that. That
is
sounds.
re-
That you do need that. Yeah.
Redemption for my 2 misses. Thank you, pretty dice.
That's all I got so far.
So whoop. I'm doing math, sorry. 8. So I think that's, please correct me if I'm wrong, it's just doubled, right? Double damage.
No,
Double
so I
dice.
double the dice.
Yeah,
so
okay, double dice.
So if you normally
Okay.
roll 2d6, you roll 4d6.
Okay. So it's
I know, but it's all just house
24.
rules.
Sorry, 24.
24.
Yeah, because I rolled
Not
very
D&D
poorly on my
Beyond,
first
or not
roll.
one D&D, so I don't even know
Yeah.
those rules. Go see Nerdverse's channel for that.
It's normal now. They reverted back. It's standard
okay.
rolls now for 1D&D.
Does not look good. Is very upset. On my turn, do I get to do anything to try and break out of this?
No, but it just ends on my turn.
It ends on your turn.
Yeah,
okay.
It'll be gone.
Cool. The lion is going to jump over to you, Lagwin.
Yep.
And it can, if it moves 20 feet straight forward, and hits with a claw attack on that turn, then there's a chance that you're prone.
Yeah.
So we'll see if it lands this attack. It gets to make, I think, just the one attack. Mounts are always sad because they only get like one
lions
attack.
might have a thing where if somebody's prone, you can make a bonus action attack. Sometimes they have that.
Oh, gotcha. I need to just roll dice. Okay, d20, because he's not in my calculator. So this is a 19 plus 7, 26.
Yep, can't do anything about that. Not right now.
Okay. I need you to make a DC 15 strength check, and you're going to take 2d10 plus 5.
Strength check or saving throw?
Sorry, saving throw.
Okay. Hey, that's an 18. A first level fighter coming in handy. Look at that proficiency bonus.
You did take 11 plus 5 from the claw.
Okay.
So
we're not
16 damage.
All right.
And do you have to make a concentration check?
No, because it just ends on my turn. It's not concentration.
Oh, wow. It's so powerful.
I will say that I did run this by Jordan like 2 years ago. So we'll just,
You're good.
I'm just letting the internet know that this was ran by him ahead of time. But anyway.
So the Ashen Rider, the monster you're fighting, it can use its bonus action to teleport onto the creature that's serving as its mount. So I'm assuming it would get out of that, correct?
Yeah, it was only I was restraining it, but I'm it can still move. Essentially, I could just move it 5 feet. It doesn't. It doesn't have movement, but now it can teleport, so it should be.
Yeah. So it teleports out of there. Boop.
Yeah.
It's now on top of its lion. It's gonna make another attack on you.
Yeah.
With its sword. But not. That's a 14 to hit.
That will miss.
Oh, so sad. It will do a bolt of ash against Nyx for a 23.
That hits.
You'll take 22 points of necrotic damage. And then a bolt of ash against our good friend Shifter for 23. Shifter.
I forgot I was muted. That hits.
For 27 necrotic damage. And you will probably have to make a concentration check.
Sure.
And then it will back up like 20 feet from you, Lagwin, if you want to make an opportunity attack.
I would love to make an opportunity attack against her. So I will roll Sunblade and get a 24 to hit.
24 does hit.
And she will take 15.
And you sunbladed, right?
I did.
I forget.
Start the red with the whole Sith thing. So it's 15 points of radiant damage.
All right.
She's not undead, I assume.
No, she's not, and she does not look good. But yeah, it is now Lagwin's turn.
All right. So I am also very not happy about this. So I will run at her, brandishing my Sunblade. We're not even thinking about Blade Song. We're gonna kill this lady real good. So I will activate.
Kill her dead.
Yeah, I will activate. I'll do Booming Blade as part of my extra attack for the Blade Singer thing. So I'll make an attack at her, which will be a 22.
22 hits.
All right, so she's gonna take some radiant damage, and she's gonna take us at this level 2d8 thunder damage. So here we go. Does that matter? Radiant thunder.
She is immune to thunder.
Okay, then that makes that a little bit of an easier decision. So then she will take 10 points of radiant damage.
All right.
Then I will.
She is dead.
Awesome.
You've done this. So as normally I will let you guys describe what it looks like, but I think with this one I would like to. So
yeah,
you
100%.
jab the sunblade into her, and she winces, and then her entire body just starts to shed ash, and she disintegrates in front of you. The lion runs off away from you, taking a couple steps, and then collapses in a cloud of ash, and the whole thing dissipates. Very odd creature to be on the good side of the outer planes where you're at. So,
You guys hear from like 40 feet away in the grass. Is she dead? Pops
Yes.
her head up.
Here, so.
And there's no, it's just all like, just ash is all that's left.
yeah,
behind from
it's
her.
just all ash. There's no armor, no weapons. It's all kind of just disintegrates in front of you.
Why is it that every time we go to a new plane, we get attacked?
Does this often happen when you guys travel?
Surprisingly, yes, but
More
only
than
with
you'd think.
Lagwin.
I will just like lightsaber away and just like walk away. Just like, yeah, just all of the anger at this moment. It's just like we didn't even do anything. Just showed up and then we got attacked. Like there was no lying. There was no, I know who you are. This was just an. Let's go do what we were sent here to do.
Do we
And the
not want
Modrons
to
can
know-
have this village. I really don't.
Do we? God damn it, Jordan. Do we want to discover why this person attacked us, or do we not care?
Well, we're not going to find any clues on their corpse.
Oh, I see.
I don't know what we could glean from it. Although I will say, spectacular fashion sense. Really, the hair, the helmet was really working
lion.
for me. I wish I could have. I wish we could have been friends. But
Now they're dead.
no. But yes, I don't see how we could investigate it, considering they just sort of came out of nowhere, didn't say anything, and have now dissolved.
True.
Seems convenient. Be able to just disappear when you. That's a great. I mean, that's probably the best assassin, I would assume. One that you can't one you can't question, one you can't track, and one you can't prove.
Siren is hurt. Like I'm in the room.
I'm a great assassin.
Right here.
But no, you're right.
You can't show.
Well,
we can't show a body. This is just ash. There's no. I mean, it doesn't. Just to clarify, Jordan, it doesn't look like. It's not distinguishable from like any other kind of ash. It's not like full of glitters and sparkles that we could be like, look, it's something different. It's just very.
No, I mean maybe if you took it and analyzed it or something, I'm sure, but it's just gray like ash. It's
okay.
not hot. So.
Alright. Quite cool. I don't. Sorry, guys, I couldn't resist. Well, that is odd, though, that it is not hot to the touch, and she just literally burst into ashes.
Down over the horizon, you do see Heart's Faith, as the city is just down the way. There's a large wall around the city, but looking from your perspective up on the side of the hill, you can kind of see over the wall a little bit. And there's a bunch of like houses and stuff, and there's a road, and then beyond that is the Silver Sea. And I think right there we will call it a day, call it a session, and be back hopefully next week.
Oh, next time, beach episode.
And the next time it'll be a beach episode. We'll have a swimsuit competition. It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna win.
Shifter's gonna win because
Shifter's
he's got illusion
absolutely
magic,
gonna
so.
Yeah, illusion magic probably goes a long way in that. Well, I'll tell you what, we did get a donation earlier, and I wanted to say thanks
we
to
did.
Steve Zerk
Thank
for
you.
if Steve's don't know if they're still here in the chat. But the trick
And yeah, thank you, Steve. He's a cool guy. He goes to a lot of my live streams too. So that was
So
nice.
I'm gonna take I'm gonna extrapolate the donation and say that we should just consider that at least a trinket for everybody. I feel like.
I agree.
So
Yes!
why don't we, before we close it out, why don't everybody roll? We do have 2 people with multi-classes though, and there are 2 lists. So there's Bard
Mhm.
and Barbarian, so either list, or there's Fighter or Rogue,
Mhm.
either list.
I'll
So
just-
3 on the Rogue list.
Please.
So the way I am reading this, if I write redeem trinket character's name, it'll.
Yeah, so if you write exclamation, I think it's exclamation point, redeem, then
Oh,
space,
okay.
then trinket, then space, then the character's name, it will pull the points associated from the account and give that the free
How do I
game
know
fee.
my points?
I think you can just type exclamation point points.
Oh.
Pull that up. 63. Okay. I don't know because this cloud bot from Streamlabs is garbage. But
Is it Stream Elements? Is that what you're looking at?
No. Stream Elements works fine, but it doesn't have a chat currency.
Oh.
Streamlabs does. So Siren, yours
Mhm.
is a throwing knife that always strikes the target hilt first.
Oh my god.
That's cool.
Non-lethal damage. Let's go.
out.
There might be a different. I'm trying to think if there's a different thing for like, because it's not popping up at anybody's points, so that's annoying.
We can figure it out later,
Yeah,
I
we'll
guess,
figure it
too,
out after the
but-
fact.
Not a
But
big deal.
all right, what else? What does everybody else got?
I rolled a 44.
And would you like Bard or Barbarian?
Let's go Bard.
Okay, Bard. Interesting. 44.
Oh no.
No,
that's
this is a
terrible.
funny one. It is ascending glove. While wearing this glove, you can hold your hand to your ear, pinky towards your mouth, thumb towards your ear, to cast the sending spell once.
Hello.
Hello.
Lex, what do you got?
I got a 79.
79. A jar of ectoplasm. Best not to ask how it was obtained. And I will roll.
Look out, Lagwin's gonna drink it.
I got an 89, which special beard cream that lets you magically reshape your facial hair into whatever shape you want as a bonus action. And considering the Belt of Dwarvenkind gave Lagwin a beard, that's a fitting.
That I was about to say, do you have one from a magic item? Or
Yeah,
is it like-
the Belt of Dwarvenkind gave me a beard, so we're good. So anyway, those are some of the crazy trinkets that exist in the world of Nerd Immersion. Go.
Thank you guys so much for watching our humble stream and playing with us this fine afternoon. I try to sneak in a fight, but they're so high level that it's just like we kind of role play a lot. So, but thank you guys so much
That's
for
not
watching.
bad.
Yeah, no,
No, it's not. It's just like people like fights, though. I'm like, I should put over a fight. And I like fights to have like a purpose and to answer questions and stuff. So hopefully this did. Let's go down the line and we will start with Shifter. Lex, who are you? What's going on?
I'm Lex. You can find me on Twitter at Dank Dungeons. I am an occasional writer. I've done some different games that I've worked on. You can pick those up. I've done some music. I've done some actual play stuff. You can find links to all those things and more again on my Twitter. There's a link tree. Yeah. Oh, I also do a video series with Jordan that just had a video put up today. It's all about
Yeah, one that we recorded in June. I apologize.
There's a joke
but-
about how it's summer in the beginning of the video. It's not summer anymore, but
Yep.
But yeah, it's a great video series about Jordan and I reading through indie RPGs and talking about like what we like about them. So definitely check that out if you have a minute.
Yeah. And that particular channel is on the Jordan's Jocular Junction, so you can search there, or you can find links all over. But yeah, it's a cool game. Nix, Rachel, what's going on? Who are you?
Hi, I'm Rachel. You can find me on Twitch at Rachel's with where I haven't been streaming recently because I'm playing D&D 3 times a week on the internet with my friends. I am on LB's channel. twitch.tv/LBHack'em Up on Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm on Mondays on GGK. That's Game Nights with 2 G's and a K in nights on their Twitch on Sundays. Playing a very different, all my characters are very different. It's kind of fun. I play a moody elf on Sundays. I play a flaky water genasi on Mondays. And here I play a try to keep these fools in line fire genasi on Thursday nights. And I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Rachel is Mess with a Z in the middle instead of an S, and I'm bad at posting on those things, but I'm trying.
Oh, it's all that fun social media garbage. It's fine. Nobody needs it. LB, what's going on?
Hi, I'm LB Hackemup. You can find me at LB Hackemup on the Twitters and the Twitches, where I post when I'm live. The next time I'm going to be live is tomorrow on my channel. Lauren and I are playing Midnight Ghost Hunt. And then on Sunday, we normally play D&D, but because it's spooky month and we have people out, we're going to be playing the new monster game, Monster Road Trip, which is going to be exciting. It comes out tomorrow, so we're pretty hyped to get to play it. But yeah, that's me. Again, just check my Twitter for stuff.
That's awesome. I'm Jordan with Silent PH in the middle. I have a YouTube channel. You probably know about it. I do videos occasionally when I have time, which has been not a lot of time. But you can go check out stuff there. I'm actively kind of making some videos based on this campaign in Planescape, as that is what I am researching for this campaign. So you should check it out. And then last but certainly not least, Mr. Nerd Immersion himself. Hi, Ted. How's it going? Thanks for hosting us on your channel.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, I'm Ted. I run Nerd Immersion. I do a lot of D&D related videos. Been on an advent calendar kick lately with shorts, but
I wonder how many people are going to start sending you advent calendars now, or corporations. They're like, this
Do
is
the
great.
wine one.
yeah, right. Give me a whiskey
There's
one.
the-
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, there you go. A
Give me,
whiskey
a
advent
Scotch
calendar?
advent calendar, or a mini advent calendar would also be a good
Oh,
one.
minis would be
Should we
great.
just start designing our own advent calendars?
They probably have that.
I'm sure they do. I'm doing dice right now, and it's pretty good. But anyway, yeah. So I do that, but I also do a lot of other things like up-to-date D&D news coverage and unboxings and top 10 videos and all sorts of things. Like the new survey came out for the playtest, so I will be recording that later this evening because everyone's been telling me, "Hey, did you see that the survey came out?" And I've gotten about 150 messages about that today, so I need to get on that so people will leave me alone. But I love it, so don't stop sending me messages. Anyway, that's me.
Cool. Well, we'll be back next week with another episode of the Great Modron March. Enjoy your Spooktober lean. Spooktober lean? Spooktober ween? Something like that.
Something like that.
And goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.
Happy early birthday, Jordan.